What's happening, ladies? I hope you're all well. So, what should you do if a guy is ignoring you? Now, there's many differences between men and women, and one of them is that men often, when they're annoyed, as much as they love you and care about you, but they're just annoyed at you at that precise moment. I find that for me personally, I just want to be left alone sometimes. And I think that a lot of women, one of the differences between men and women is that women often want to be surrounded by people who they're comfortable with when they're going through a tough spot. Not all the time, but some of the time. And because you ladies like to surround yourself with people, you are the social butterfly half of the species, and you like to speak to people, you like to be around people, and you like to socially express yourself. And because of that, I think that sometimes you may think or feel that men are just like that. Men are just like you in that regard. And it's actually one of the key differences between men and women. Women tend to be an island of many, and men tend to be an island amongst themselves. So a man tends to stand alone a lot of the time, and women tend to sort of stand together. And so when you're in a relationship with a guy, and for whatever reason he's upset with you, whether it's through no fault of your own or because we're all human and we all make mistakes, a lot of the time I find that women that I've dated, when I'm upset with that woman in that particular instance, I find that they will sometimes try and be all over me when all I want is some time alone. So they'll be texting me, calling me, and trying to, if they're with me, they're trying to be in my proximity, like, trying to get close and touch me. And at that precise moment, I care about you. Look, I love women. We all love women. But at that precise moment, just because of the way that my brain is hardwired as a male, at that precise moment, I just want to be by myself and let my brain process those emotions and just really just work that feeling off. See, I think that's how men really deal with things a lot of the time. We want to find a space and just sort of work it off quietly. Whereas women, perhaps on the other hand, like to surround themselves with people and subsequently want to talk their feelings through. I think that's a fair point to make. So you gotta be careful, because although that's how you process things and there's nothing wrong with that at all, because men tend to, on the men's side of the table, men tend to process things differently. With us being the opposite genders, we like to process things alone a lot of the time. But if you try and approach the situation, you try and treat your man as if he was one of the girls, he's not going to be able to declutter his mind and come back to you in his own time, and the relationship can get back to the good old times. But if you're constantly on him and he's not allowed to process those emotions, then it could cause problems later down the line. So really what I think I'm trying to say here is, what to do if your man is ignoring you because he's upset at something that you may or may not have done, or he's upset with you, whether he's right or whether he's wrong. But if you want him to get over that hill, sometimes the best thing to do is to leave him to it. Or you can express that you are there for him if he so chooses, but ultimately let him come back to you. And often in life, when people come back to you, that is when they want to be around you, and that is when you're going to get the most out of them in terms of interaction. If you approach someone else when they haven't approached you a lot of the time, they don't really, it's not the same as if someone approached you. I think we can all relate to that. But anyway, what do you think about what I spoke about here in this video? Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you disagree, that's absolutely fine. That's what this is, discussion. This isn't law. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. And I'll see you ladies on the next one.